The webshop, a staple project every web developer will have to get over at some point. It covers a wide range of concepts and interactions that need to be implemented. Of course, a webshop can be a perpetual project with an endless list of features and add-ons and plugins and themes, which is also why there's so many huge projects out there offering to take that work off your plate. So what we'll be doing in this course is a very simplified version of a webshop, covering the essential aspects, which can then be extended further. Any project needs a starting point, and just like in the previous two sections, let's first cover the basic setup and packages used. The initialization can be outsourced to the Vue Webpack bundle, which provides us with all the basic necessities: a web server, a linter to catch typos and some errors, a hot reloading mechanism replacing changed modules on the fly while preserving our application state, and of course the Vue packages. To initialize the project, call Vue init webpack and then the project's name. You can go with all of the defaults. To start the server coming with it, run npm run dev, and if you want to host the project somewhere and want to build it, call npm run build. Alright, on to the rest of the packages. The base for the styling I'm using here is Bulma in combination with Font Awesome for some nice font icons. Font Awesome requires two additional packages: the font package itself, Font Awesome Free Solid, and Vue Font Awesome for readily available Font Awesome components. Since we'll be working with input from users who aren't us, we'll need some form of input validation. vValidate is a nice validation library that will help us with that. The last addition here is Moment.js, which makes handling any kind of date or time data so much easier than with the standard library. For this project, we will also be using Vuex, the central state management package a la Flux, but we'll cover this one in a later video in detail, along with other component-specific modules we'll be adding then. Like with the TV show tracker, the data storage here will be provided by Firebase, more specifically Firestore. The package needed for this is simply called Firebase, containing the base package and also all of its sub-packages. The detailed explanation of the API can be found within those two resources. Alright, let's have a look at the generated project and the included modules. In main.js we import the Bulma framework and Font Awesome, then set up the Font Awesome library and add FAICon as our Vue component. App.vue has been cleared of all previous contents and styling, so we have a clean state to work with. Let's finish the setup with Firebase. After you've created an account, go to your settings screen and select Add Firebase to your web app, which gives you a config string for your Firebase account. Copy that, and then let's head back to the project. Create a directory called library, and within that a file called database.js. This will contain the communication and setup for Firebase. Import the app module, and then the Firestore module, which you don't need to access directly. Then paste the config from before, and now we can initialize Firebase by calling initialize app with our config object and the Firestore. Now for Firestore, it's useful to add the config timestamps and snapshots, so it returns timestamps instead of dates. Then export the app for external use, and an empty object will fill later on with helper functions.